Do you want to make your PandaDoc templates actually look like your brand? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can amend things like the heading sizes, fonts, background colors, without the need of a designer. Let's jump right in. Hey, I'm Ben from Pure Proposals, where we talk about everything PandaDoc. So, we're here in the business proposal template here. This is just a demo template that I've got. And we're basically going to take a look at the design tab. As I mentioned a moment ago, we are going to create something here that we can then apply to any proposal templates moving forwards, or any templates for quotes, whatever documents you're creating. You can go ahead and apply this theme to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save a new theme here. I'll just call it basic 2. And we'll go ahead and change some things like the theme colors. Let's go ahead and create a yellow style theme and amend things like the headings. So I'm going to jump down section here so you can see things that change. When you change the theme color, typically the headings automatically change to reflect that color, but you can go ahead and amend them in here. So if you wanted the headings to be green, you can go ahead and do that in here. It's just sort of like an accent color that gets applied to various sections if you amend it in this area here. Things like the heading font you may wish to change, so you can go ahead and make that a different font in here. Just to show you the difference, we'll go back into headings here and amend this to something a little more obvious. There we go. So amend the font there. You can go ahead and change things like the heading font sizes, and this is quite important. So you can put in here like let's say 60. We want quite large heading 1, and then let's go with 40 for heading 2. So then we put another tab. Oh, that's not a good example. Let's just drop in here another one and go ahead and do a heading 2. All right, terms again, heading 2. So you can see the difference in the size there, and that's applied to this theme. So things like, what else have we got here that's worthwhile mentioning? Things like the tables are quite important. I don't know if I've got a table in this template. I do not. But if we created one, you would see what that looks like. Let's go ahead and do that. So you can see the template is applied here, and it'll be standardized based to the theme design. So anything you amend in here will be reflected in here. And you can do that by going with background color here. Let's just make it transparent. And you can go ahead and do things like put vertical lines in there as well in the table. So there's a lot that you can do in here. Things like a pricing table, this is the same setup as a table. You'll amend various sections in here, and that will reflect within the pricing table there. So one other important element here is probably the background. The background color you can apply. You can see on this proposal template, you've got a white background here and then a slightly blue. This is applied at the page level, but what you can do is you can have every new page that gets created based on the theme is applied with a background color. So let's just make this starkly obvious by putting a green in there. It won't apply to any that already have a color applied, and these are already white. But if we jump up here again to where we were and pop in a new blank page, you'll see that green is applied there. So this can be quite handy to do as a starting, when you're starting out, basically, when you first create your template, or you're using a template structure to start with. You can go ahead and make that change basically within the design theme before you go start adding all your content in, or adding your pages in. So that's how that works. You can also add images. If you had like a stock standard image, this is an image behind here. You can see these kind of like abstract little areas, I guess, that are sort of sitting in here. They are an image background, and that looks like this in here. So it's a background image applied there. So one other thing to mention in here is that you can apply, where are we? At a theme level, this is quite important. Under the layout setup, you can apply A4 as a theme level size, and then that will apply to all new pages that get created. And when you use this theme here, it will apply an A4 size page. So that's sort of how that works. I think that's basically it. There isn't a lot to it. It just is important to note that it exists here, and you can play around with those colors and heading sizes, etc., in order to make it suit your what you're looking to achieve. And if you've got any questions on the design element here on the right hand side, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.